Hello, hello. Welcome back to Tifosi Time, your favorite Serie A podcast. Even if you don't know it yet, we discuss everything Serie A, transfer news, the latest scores. This week we'll be discussing the fiasco with Juventus and Porto. And if you guys have seen this before, you know we probably have about 10% information, 90% shenanigans. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed before, do it now, please. It makes us feel better. It's why we live. So this week we're going to cover everything that happened in match day 27 and I'll look ahead at the next week. But before we get into that, also hit the like button if we say anything at all that makes you guys laugh. So say hello, fellas. Chris, Dan.
Let's go. Let's get started. We got to make fun of Juventus. Come on, move it. Let's go.
How are you?
All right. What do we start with? The Champions League game?
Yeah, you have to start. Yeah, we have to start.
I feel like we need
Fino alla fine.
He just said their slogan, their motto.
Hey, Putin, look, we already got one fan.
Putin in the house.
Putina. Love us from Putina.
All right, let's start with this fantastic display. 4-4 on aggregate, 3-2 victory. But they get eliminated because they suck. Who wants to start on this fantastic game?
Not me. I hate this team. Someone else talk.
Go ahead.
Let's start.
Go ahead. What do you want to say about it?
Go ahead. Jump in.
This game with the Porto told us, besides the loss, they told us something, a lot of things. They told us maybe Ronaldo's going to leave, which person, I think Juventus can afford to have a guy like that. With all this beauty, all this goal scoring, Juventus has to think about to renovate this team with young people. If we think about something, right, how much Ronaldo cost to us, we should have money and put those money on Haaland, even if they ask 150 million. It's like when I say we have to buy Donnarumma, we have to close media term, 10 years, something like that. We can, Ronaldo told us we cannot win the championship with the best guy if we're going to have the rest of the team good. So we have to wake up and buy new Chiesa, new Haaland, new people, and try to recuperate most of all the ball. That's what I think. Bring back Romero. That's it.
Yeah, I think the whole discussion about the future and how do we renew the team. I mean, that I definitely agree that we need to do that. I mean, before we go on to that, I kind of think this game, unfortunately, is a microcosm of the whole season, right? It's, they say you are what your record is as a team, and this was exactly a perfect example of the whole season. They play good for 20 minutes, they play crappy for 40 minutes. In the end of the day, you can't. Porto is not even the best Porto, right? It's not. It's no great team, and just to be able to, not be able to take the result home, not be able to, you score 3 goals and you still go home on aggregate score. I mean, there's so many problems with Juventus right now, and I think this season, culminating with this elimination from the Champions League, has a lot to do with exactly what they are. They're a mediocre roster with a poor midfield. With an inexperienced coach that's not able to elevate enough of them, right, at a time to get more out of them than what they really are, with a team that doesn't have a great play or style or strategy or movement on the field that can either make up for the lack of talent. And we're dependent on 1 or 2 people to make the difference. And when they don't, you lose, you go home. And I think that's what we saw, and it was disgusting, but predictable, if that makes sense.
Yep, I agree. I just feel like they're definitely going to make moves, I would hope. It's just going to be hard to. I don't know. Are we going to be able to get rid of Bonucci? Is he going to want to leave? Questions
send him away. We just have to have courage.
Yeah, but
to get rid of Bonucci, Chiellini, although they're still a little bit okay. But,
but I think it's
the defense there, young people. You have to think about it.
it's a lot easier to say that than to actually do it, I think.
Already, Chiellini, I think he decided to stop. This
Yeah. It looks like
we have to have the courage to send the Chiellini too.
He's the one that would keep
Bonucci too.
so.
No, but I think what Chris is saying though is a fact of like, yeah, we have all these people, they're overpaid.
Yeah, that's the problem.
They're mediocre, and wanting to renew is one thing, but without having endless amount of money, and they have to
management is good.
We need the 3-4 years. I mean, we have to do the right adjustment. In other words, I mean, they say they like Chesney. Personally, I don't.
Yeah, I don't think he's in great shape.
Personally, I would invest in Donnarumma. I would have 10 years, at least 10 years, goalie, and the 10 years, national team goalie. So, and that's one thing, one improvement. The other thing is I would bring back Romero, which delete Romero, Danilo, which Danilo deserve renewal because we can use him in three position, defense, center, even now midfield.
He played decent in midfield on
with the midfield that we have.
Yeah,
show it's that bad that Danilo make one of the good ones.
It's true.
Make one of the good ones.
So,
what I would suggest we have a Chiesa, goodbye, and we have a Vesco, we have McCann, and delete. We have to start with them. We have to start with them. I would try to get back the Bala, which is one of that could help us. Sell Ronaldo. Try to get with that money. I think we can get Haaland with the money we spend on him.
I don't think so.
No, they ask 450 million. If you think about Ronaldo, cost us 30 million a year.
Yeah.
And Ronaldo did what he had to us what he had to do with Juventus. In other words, he made understand that we are a good team. Anybody can come to play for us. He brought some,
No, I think we all agree with you, especially with the players that you're mentioning. We would like to keep those players, right? The problem is like you're like, say Rabiot, you don't want him, right?
No, Rabiot.
Okay.
I want to keep in the roster like Arthur.
All right, so then ignore him.
Bentancur and Rams.
Okay, so ignore it. Let's go to Ramsey. He's getting paid $7 million a year. Let's just say, I think around there. You want to get rid of him? Great. Who's going to pay him $7+ a year now?
In England, they can pay.
Yeah, but we have to remember it's post-COVID too, right? So even these teams have budgets, and it's not a matter of paying. Can they pay him $7? They have to look. Well, do I want to pay Ramsey $7, or can I pay someone better $7?
Yeah, plus the fee to get him.
Yeah, but even the Juventus wants to make some money. Even they get to 10 million. You know what I mean?
So here's the thing. Juventus, the problem that I'm seeing is they send mixed messages and they don't have a plan. They just kind of react to whatever happens right away and don't have a long-term kind of plan. They say, yes, Ronaldo's part of the future, but at the same time, we want to rebuild. You can't do both at the same time.
Right.
So make a decision and stick to it. They're not doing that.
Daniel, plus, if you plan to keep what's his name, the coach, Pirlo, it's better to give young people.
Yeah, for sure.
And now people like Chiellini, Bonucci, or Ronaldo.
Yeah, he's got to grow with the team. Yeah, that would be the most fair thing to do for him. But I'm saying you can't have it both ways. You're not going to be able to rebuild and then have Ronaldo on the team. So pick something and choose. And from I've been seeing is Ronaldo's staying. He's not going anywhere.
You cannot even talk about a play with Ronaldo on the team because the play is still there. Everybody looking for Ronaldo.
Yeah, and I don't think it helps Pirlo having Ronaldo on the team.
Today's game, all forward, they come back too on the occasion. They press too.
Listen, I think Ronaldo ultimately is going to be, unfortunately, he's going to be on the team. or not be on the team based on what he decides. And I think this goes to what Dan was saying, right? Like, where's the plan? Like, Juventus usually had a plan. They made a decision. And if they didn't want Ronaldo, even if he wanted to stay, they would have figured a way to get rid of him. Or if they wanted to keep him, he would. Here, I feel like they're just going to be like left. Well, he's not going to stay. Then they're going to work around him, and that's what the problem is. It's like, yes, he's a great player, but if the rest of the team doesn't work, it doesn't matter, right?
Because the championship.
Wait, so you guys think he's going to want to stay?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if he's going to want to stay.
I wouldn't want to.
I think
especially I saw him play Porto. If I didn't think he was a good professional, I would say he sold the game. It wasn't even smile, nothing.
Yeah.
What's there to smile about?
Yeah, what was there to smile about?
I mean, be upset, be something.
No, I think he's gonna. I think if someone comes and gives him another 3-year new contract at the same amount of money, another team, let's say France or something, somewhere where he wants to go try that for 3 years, then he may leave. But
there's 3 options for Ronaldo. It's going back to Real Madrid, PSG, or Manchester United. If not, he's stuck at Juventus. So, and I think he wants to stay at Juventus. I don't think he wants to go.
And you know what's going to happen? He's going to get screwed. They're going to keep him 1 more year. His contract's going to run out, and then he's going to go somewhere. So they're not going to get anything for him.
Plus, I think I never crazy like all the Juventus fan about the Pogba. But if Manchester United would do this exchange, I would have taken a while, just like that.
Nah, I don't want it.
He's 28 years old.
He's another overrated guy who makes too much, who's not going to make a difference.
But if you think about, send someone big away and get some, for the fan and bring someone back.
Yeah, but you think he's gonna listen to Pirlo? He's not listening to Pirlo either. He's gonna do what the hell he wants. That's not good for Pirlo.
Pogba to me is the complete opposite of what they need. They need people that are hungry, that want to prove themselves. They don't need Pogba who thinks he's a champion to come and dance around in the midfield and point at Arthur because he's not doing something. Like, you need someone who's going to say, I take the responsibility. I'm going to be the one to make the team better. And Pogba's not that guy. Pogba's the guy who's, when you're winning 4-0, he wants to score his goal and look good. When you're losing or a tough game, Pogba doesn't make the difference.
Yeah, so we have to do the 2 things. At least we need, even if we give away Ramsey, we get Rabiot, we still need 2 midfield.
Yes.
Which would be our Locatelli would be nice for me.
Because that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. Out of Ramsey, Bentancur, Rabiot, and Arthur, you can afford to keep 2.
2,
right?
So
and 2 you have to upgrade. You can't have the entire midfield of these guys. Yeah. So if you're going to keep Rabiot and Arthur, the other 2 have to go, right?
So at least I think they realize that, though. Like, they know they
not that much.
Do they though? Because
if he realized it, he would have put Fajoli in at the end of the Cagliari game. Like, they don't realize anything. Like, why did he not come in at the end of that game? They just say, let's go young, let's try this thing. They don't even put him in the last 20 minutes of the game. So don't give me that crap that they realize. They don't know what they're doing. They really don't know what they're doing.
And I go back, I blame Paratici because another organization would have said, you know what, sorry, we just spent 2 years trying to get Emery Can. Now you came and he sucks.
Yeah. Like, bring him back.
I'm not going to sell him. Find a way to play him because, our midfield has sucked for 2 years, right? And so even when they get the right guys, they don't know who to keep, right? Or they get stuck selling the ones that have any type of value because they can cash in for some money, like Romero and Spinazzola and Pellegrini, Chan. So, like, who's going to break that cycle? Our is going to cost a ton of money. So how are we going to get him realistically?
You're not going to.
I don't think they're going to. I think if they really want to do it, you're playing Fajoli, you're playing Rovella next year, you're building with younger guys and seeing if they can actually,
they're not going to do
if they can actually play.
They're not doing that.
No, but you cannot start. You have to put a team that can win too. Come on.
You can't have Rovella and Fagioli full time.
I'm not saying they're going to start, but I'm saying let them play on the team. Let them be part of it.
If you play them once in a while, then you kill them.
It's hard.
Playing.
It's hard for this for now, right? Because another guy that has to be sold, if they can make any money, I don't know how much Sandro makes per year. I don't think he makes that much.
You're not making tons on Sandro.
No, but can they make 15 million? Can they make 15 million and get rid of him and upgrade with somebody younger?
We have Pellegrini. That's
what I mean. That's what I mean. Can you sell Sandro, make 15 million bucks, reinvest somewhere else, put Pellegrini in? That's a 2-for-1 upgrade, right? You have to do things like that because you can't go straight. I don't think Fagioli and
I'm not saying to start both of them. That would be insane. I think we didn't talk about the game at all. I mean, really, just how disgraceful it was and how Porto, I didn't even put on there, had a red card in the 54th minute. To be up a man for so long and not be able to put that game away home is a disgrace.
Well, listen, let's talk about how they started the game to go down 1-0. This is the game you're facing elimination, and the first 40 minutes you come out again, no energy. You let Porto score on you first. Luckily, you get the red card, which then you woke up, right? And it looked like they were going to score the 3 goals thanks to Chiesa, basically.
Which was also the dumbest red card ever. Like, what was that guy doing?
Yeah. I mean, they
got lucky, I'm saying.
Usually it's Juventus that gets unlucky. They got lucky and they still weren't able to.
I got a luck with Demiro to do that penalty.
That was a stupid play. That was a stupid
penalty.
That was immature and young. That was stupid.
How was the penalty again?
He just went over aggressive in the box.
He wasn't a face.
Back to the goal.
It hit him from behind. It was stupid.
Was it even a clear penalty though?
Yeah. It was a penalty. It was 100% penalty. It was a stupid play. It's the where you wanted the lit in the lineup. He's coming off. It wasn't 100%, but right there is I'd much rather have the lit in the lineup than.
Let me ask you about that because me and Daddy said that during the game. Like the lit, we thought he was injured, but then he came in anyway.
Well, he couldn't play a full 90, I guess. I don't know.
Why? He can play the best team in the
It was the same reason McKennie didn't start.
And
you're questioning.
What is it?
I agree. If they're healthy to play, then put them in the lineup. Enough to dress. Put them in.
Yeah, if you're going to put him in overtime, I got to figure that the guy's good enough to play, no?
Yeah, I think you saw a lot of bad from Pirlo in this game. Number one, there's no imagination on this team. Every play went through Cuadrado, and they're doing cross every single time.
Every single time.
That's been all season.
I know it is, but it just shows you that I don't think they do the right things in training. The free kick goal at the end of the game, the shittiest wall you'll ever see in your life.
Oh my God!
Their coach is clearly not teaching that. If everyone and their mother knows that people are lying people down on the floor, why is he not even thinking about that?
Daniel, usually Cuadrado stand there as a crocodile. This time he didn't do it. They put 3 people. Ronaldo jump.
Yeah,
come on. You don't have nobody in there. Why do you jump? The last thing is to jump.
But I put I put it on Pirlo. I put it on Chesney. These people, they should know what to do in these situations. You can only get beat. They're not in it.
Or maybe they thought it because they were one men. Less they thought they could win. I don't understand.
But that's even more of a reason to think that they're going to take their chance there because they're a man down. It's the 115th minute. If this is any chance that we're going to have, it's this one right here. Like, take it seriously. It was embarrassing.
It was embarrassing. And it's just, and again, I think to Dan's point, I mean, I am so sick of seeing the one play is, and first of all, by the way, I just remembered I wanted to say something. One of the announcers on the channel that I was watching was like praising Cuadrado. He couldn't dribble people, and his crosses were poor, right? So if anyone watches Juventus knows that Cuadrado was still injured, not in good form. But regardless of that, I'm so tired of watching the same thing. Goes to Cuadrado and they cross it, and then on this side we have Sandro crossing it to the goalie every single time. Can't make a cross. Like, this is just pathetic. But where's the movement When's the last time Juventus passed the ball on the
Great.
ground?
And
with
Pellegrini
movement
is more perfect than him.
But Sancho sucks. He regressed over the last 3 years. But
Frank just wants Gosens. That's all he wants.
Gosens. I know we can't afford. We're not going to get
his Christmas wish.
But yeah, I would get Gosens. But my point is, when's the last time
you can afford the people if you sell some of your guys.
Yeah, but to sell someone,
you see, we don't like Bentancur, we don't like Rams, but there is people that like them.
I think there's a market for Bentancur. I think you'd be able to sell him. He's young enough.
Listen, that's what you need. You need one buyer who's willing to pay you some money.
We're not able to stay with the same people.
Make changes because I don't think I'm watching next year. I can't watch this again. Dude, I'm not even kidding. Like,
well, listen, where's
let's go into.
When's the last time you saw Juventus have 2 or 3 passes on the ground with people moving?
Wrong when we said we didn't want him to buy. Obviously we didn't think he was a need. Chiesa's on the verge of being a superstar. So you have your future. You have your future captain.
If the team play good, otherwise it's going to get to like that.
No, Chiesa's not going to get worse. Chiesa's going to get better. He's going to get better and better.
It's like Ronaldo. One player cannot do anything. He gets up. He get tired too.
Well, I'm saying he's who you're building around. He is the team. You need.
I told you what are we building. Look, Szczesny out. Pellegrini. Then they have Demiral and Delete, and we bring back Romero. All right, and this is the defense. We're okay with this.
You're not going to be able to bring back Romero. Atalant's going to activate that. You're not going to be able to get him. So he's gone.
What was the deal for Atalanta?
There is another guy they can buy, Lovato, Verona.
He's coming back. He's not coming back.
It's 100%. He's staying in Atalanta. There's
But
no way.
if they want to renovate, they want to do something.
But that's not on them. The Romero thing's not them. That's they made the mistake. He's gone 100%.
Yeah, they made that mistake right now. Atalanta can just has the option, right? To what?
Yeah,
20 million?
Everyone else can go for me. I'm keeping Kulusevski. I'm keeping Chiesa.
I would have sell Artur. I tell you something else. If you have to keep Artur, I would have switched back Pjanic with Artur.
I wouldn't go that far. I hate Pjanic.
No, but Pjanic is at the end. But Pjanic was.
They both suck.
They're both.
Yeah. Both suck. Listen, Arthur had time where he had the chance to pass it vertical and just go sideways all the time.
Right. Arthur, did you see Arthur pass one pass in vertical? Never.
No.
And this also speaks to McKennie. Like McKennie could play like Barella. He can.
Yeah, but they don't let him.
But he puts him on the wing. Puts him on the wing when he comes in. I'm like, what the fuck are you trying? What do you think he's trying to do out there? Like, seriously, like
it's very frustrating. So just to recap this, because we do have to move on. I want to talk about their other game too. But
do we really have to move on? Because there's a lot more.
There is lots to talk.
I know, but what are you going to spend 45 minutes talking about them?
Yeah,
you got a whole off season.
Go ahead, keep talking. What do you want? What else do you want to say that we haven't said?
No, we didn't talk about Cagliari still.
That's the game. That's what I was just saying. I want to switch that one.
You want to switch? Let's see the difference with Cagliari.
The difference? I wasn't happy with that game either, personally.
First half, they were okay.
I think with Ronaldo's goals, I wasn't impressed with them. I mean, I think Cranio should have saved the one that was right over his head. I think that there was a penalty shot. And then the other one was a free header that he got to go from far post to near post. Unmarked, anybody will score that. Like, how are you going to leave Ronaldo wide open for that?
Well, it was a nice pass from Chiesa, wasn't it?
No, I think was it Chiesa
on the third one?
The other one, the other one was Chiesa, but the corner kick. He was literally unmarked.
Even there, did you see Cagliari? Cagliari had the chance. A chance and they made some save.
Yeah.
Even I don't like him.
Listen. It's like I go back to the first week. Remember when you guys saw them beat the first week of the season? We played, right? And that's what Juventus does this year. They play a team that sucks. They try to beat them. Any team that's halfway decent, they can lose to anybody. Like,
you know how I know they suck? Simeone scored on them. That's how I know they suck.
Yeah, I mean he's had a pretty bad season.
Simeone is good.
He sucks. Get out of here.
He's had a bad season. But what was I going to say? I wanted to say something about Oh, Ronaldo, what do you guys think about that karate kick to Cranio's face? Red card?
No, that wasn't. No.
To me, that's what I've seen worse called red card. I would have did a red
No
card.
way.
Frank, if that happened to Chesney, you'd be crying.
That's the danger.
You'd be
No,
saying
I
a red
wouldn't.
card. Yes,
No,
you
I
would.
wouldn't. I don't
The
even think it was a
ref
foul.
didn't see him because there was two players in front of him.
It was a red
But
card.
that's
It was not a red.
that's
He was going
danger.
for the ball.
No,
He's
no,
going
that's
for the
danger.
ball.
I don't care. I don't go to.
And Chesney dove down. It wasn't like he.
You might say. You might say how many times.
Listen, a dangerous play gets a yellow card. When two players go with the high
No,
foot, they get a yellow card.
stealing.
You don't get a red.
I've seen less get red cards. That's a red card.
Nah, come on.
Did you see Milan
As a
Napoli?
goalie,
Milan Napoli. What's his name? Hernandez was a red card too.
Yep, I said that
100%.
too. I said that too. We'll get to that game too.
You guys like to give red cards out too easily.
No, but I mean they're breaking the rules.
Break legs. Come on. And face.
No,
Cranio
Cranio
had
did
a
what he had
rough
to do.
game.
Cranio came out and did what he had to do on that cross. He was brave. He came out. He knew he was going to get contact. It happened to hit him in the face. If he would have not hit him in the face and the shoulder, everyone would have been like, "Oh, okay, just contact." Like that's just what happens.
The foot was too high.
It's 3-1 on this one, Frank.
I don't know. I don't think. Well, obviously the ref agreed with me because he didn't get a red card. So
Our point was it not a red because it was Ronaldo?
no, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Actually, the ref sometimes they want to throw him out. And you know how many free kick they don't give it to Ronaldo? Or
Yeah,
penalty?
Pond even said just because they've been given a red doesn't mean it's a red.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think it was a red.
I mean, so you're saying what? The ref literally constantly goes, "Oh, it's Ronaldo. I'm not going to give him a red card."
I think 100% that happened.
I think that definitely plays into it.
100%.
I don't think they care.
Ronaldo went out there and tried to prove a point after getting all the criticism in the game against Porto. Scores a hat trick, but in the end, I could care less. It's a hat trick you scored here when you did jack shit in the game versus Porto. Like you're not making up for it right there. Sorry, that doesn't fly with me. And
one thing that did show me though is it seemed like when he scored, he has the team support. Like they were happy for him scoring. You could tell, like kind of like shutting up the crowd. So the team likes him. Like that's good. But like, yeah, I need you to show up. You know, and listen, it can't always be Ronaldo either, though, right?
Oh,
like
nice.
Porto wasn't just Ronaldo's fault.
65-35.
Yeah, we've been reading this whole time. We've not been paying attention.
No, what's that?
Does anyone actually like Ronaldo?
He must have been Teresa.
No, Pond.
No,
Putin got her shout out.
Yeah. So no, I agree that it doesn't all fall on Ronaldo. It should know he gets too much credit and too much blame. You know, when they go good and when they go bad, it's a team effort. But you know, we're disappointed when he's thought as the savior and the guy that's going to put him over the hump for Champions League, and they can't get out past the quarterfinals.
Well, that was the other one take from the Champions League game, right? Like Pepe
played fantastic.
He played amazing. He looked like he was 26 years old and the best defender in the world. I mean, the guy was a couple days before there was question whether or not he was even going to play.
It was a play for him.
Every ball he won.
They were insisting like to throw the ball in the air.
I mean, he's very good in the air.
Morata and Ronaldo didn't win one ball. Like play the ball on the ground. Play with some speed.
Change it up. You have different people with different skills, and you're just going back to the same thing over and over again. It's something that really needs to be addressed.
The main mistake that Pirlo does, you know, he doesn't start the best formation. He has to put it in his head. You start the best people.
Yeah,
then
I don't think he knows the best people are.
for emergency or substitution.
I agree. You give McKinney 30 minutes, start him at the beginning. Maybe you get 60 minutes out of him, and then you sub him out. You know, like why are you limiting his time? De Ligt could have played more than what he played. You know, it's just I don't know.
Because then they both play the overtime.
Yeah, the most crucial time.
They play more than 9 minutes.
Yeah,
back in the beginning.
They suck.
So I mean, there's a lot of questions that got to be answered. A lot of things need to change. We'll see how they finish off in the season. Are they going to respond to it? Are they going to actually press for the title, or give up and say, "Listen, we're out of the Champions League. We're 10 points behind. It's over." How are they going to respond? If they respond poorly, Pirlo's definitely out. If they respond positively, maybe they give him a second season. I think they're going to give Pirlo a second season.
I think so too because it's Pirlo.
If you look at the chat really quickly, Pon.
I tell you, if we lose the Atalanta, it's out.
Yeah, obviously.
No Atalanta in the championship and the Coppa.
Italian Cup?
Oh, you think?
Nah, I don't think that matters.
No, that's enough. Plus, if you want to keep Pirlo, you have to give young people. Yeah, play with. Tell them what to do. All of them.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. Chris, what were you saying?
So really quickly in the chat, I mean, we didn't really talk about this, but like how away goals count in extra time. Like,
What do you mean?
What
How
do you
they
mean?
count?
so like they made it to extra time, right? And then
Yeah.
I don't know, they, you know,
In the overall, that it's still
yeah,
aggregate.
like why is that a thing? Like,
But that's
Yeah.
something they have to discuss. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
a lot
that's a
of
good
people
point.
like the rule.
It's a good point. I guess it's always been like that, though, right? Like I hadn't
Yeah,
thought about it.
yeah.
Especially now when there's 0 fans, too. Like, the away thing is just stupid.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but you know what? What's the alternative? Penalty shots? They suck you just as much.
I mean, I wasn't expecting – I mean, penalty shots, whatever. They would have a 50-50 chance at that. But
probably less
I don't
than
know.
50.
The away goal thing always bothers me. It's stupid. But I don't know. I don't find a better solution, like how they would
Yeah,
do.
but we shouldn't even get to the point.
No, 100%. You're up
Yeah.
a man for 80 minutes or whatever it was. And you can't score an extra goal, and you let in a goal in the 115th minute. Get out of here.
You know what I thought? At the end, if we go over time, we have an extra man and we can win. So what's different? We could not do nothing.
No, they didn't deserve to win. They didn't deserve to go through.
Yeah. And hats off to Porto. I mean, this is why people love things like the NCAA bracket, the Champions League. You get upsets like this, and they become like Cinderella teams, and everyone gets behind them. So they did a great job.
It's not like Porto is like some crummy.
No, but they were underdogs, though.
So it was like Atalanta last year. People were pulling for them, right? And they were a minute away from going to the, you know.
Listen, let's hope Atalanta passes it. Otherwise, there's no Italian teams left in Champions League.
Yeah, it's bad. Anyway, let's move off Juventus. We spent 35 minutes on them. Dom, go to Inter, I guess, right? Let's go to Inter, my favorite team.
God.
Oh, we didn't mention Rugani, man. He really bottled up Ronaldo in that game. Man, Rugani, can't wait to have him on the team next year.
Is he still ours?
The wife, Rugano's wife, you say, Rugano is an arrivederci, no addio. She hoped to, him to go back.
I'm telling you right now, if Rugani's on the team next year, I'm not watching a minute. I'm not even kidding. I'm not watching a minute.
He cannot go in the Juventus.
Nah, I'm joking. I just like throwing Rugani in there.
He misses a chance.
All right.
Chance. He was there for 12 years.
2-1 Inter. This game, if you watched it, the first 45 minutes, Inter didn't have a shot. You're like, man, Torino's going to do it. They're going to pull it out. They're going to get a point. And you're going to be like, cool, that's 1 point instead of 3 points. And then Izzo does a dumb play like Demiral in the box.
So stupid.
Lautaro's in front of him. He's got help to the side. He goes to the right side of him, pushes him in the back. Lautaro's turning the other way anyway, where the help is coming from. Just causes a penalty for no reason, ruins the game, and then they throw in an extra goal at the end over there, even though Torino did tie it up too, which was awesome. You're like, oh, cool, they just gave it away, and then they tie it up. Like, oh, cool, they're going to do it. They are going to tie. And then they let up the goal.
It's what shot did they I think, tell me what, now you say I'm wrong. And the goal Lautaro scored was, I think Sirigu should have get this.
It was
I
a good
think he
shot.
should get that.
What, the header?
Yeah.
That was a nice finish.
My first
It
look
wasn't
at
as why he was a little bit tough. He wasn't that strong on the air.
yeah, my first look was like I thought he was a little slow, he could get it, but then the angle was really angled because I was surprised too, like that he didn't come closer to it than he did. When I saw it from the back angle, it seemed, I don't know.
I've been saying I don't like Lautaro. The one thing I like about him is his heading ability. He's good in the air, and for a small guy, he's pretty good. And Sirigu hasn't been the same this year.
No.
He's been off. So I'm not surprised that one went in. But
you know what?
Maybe
what
he'll
I
be
like,
Juventus' goalie next year.
You know what I like for this Inter? That's a bullshit. You call bullshit. You know what I call bullshit? I call bullshit even the first one, Conte. He say he discovered Eriksen person. It's from the beginning. I said they should play both of them.
Listen, people were screaming at him
to put it there.
How do you discover someone that you died to try to sign because he was good on another team?
So, you know what? They exaggerate now. They bring this Eriksson to the sky. He's doing okay, better than Gagliardini, but not that much. What he's doing?
Let's be real. It's not that hard to play better than Gagliardini.
Yes, it's not hard to play better than Gagliardini.
Listen, Conte was the last one on Eriksson's side because he had a whole year and didn't play him for
now
an entire
we take
year.
the merit.
And now he's taking the credit.
Peric Eriksson. Wow.
Well, Perisic is playing better. But this was.
Listen, fact of the matter, if we look at Inter's lineup, there's a few players on there that are pretty good, right?
I
mean, you gotta admit, like Bastoni, I would kill to have for sure. Hakimi's,
Hakim is not do great.
No, he's not great, but he's young.
He's not doing great.
Lukaku,
Barella.
It's a Barella there that count.
Yeah.
Modern Lukaku, and modern Lautaro.
Honestly, if I was starting, and this is how much I did not like Barella, if I was starting a team in the league with everyone available for the entire Serie A, Barella would be my number one choice.
I
would start my team with Barella.
Barella running like a crazy, man.
Yeah, he runs. He's good. He's good.
Yeah,
but
I would say him or Kessie is pretty good too. I like him.
Who?
Kessie.
But lately, Kessie.
Yeah, because he plays every minute of every game and he's dead.
Because Milan stopped. He doesn't have enough people to put. Now with this injury, he doesn't have nobody. Even that, remember Rebic, he did the beautiful game and I don't know when. And now lately he's playing bad. The last two games.
We'll talk about them.
Listen, people in form, out of form. I know Barella's been
game, yes, 3-0. Come on, what play is that?
Barella's been in form.
We just got a suggestion to host a football manager draft of Italian players, and we were talking about that.
We were literally just talking about that, Pond. We wanted to try to do all that.
That's something that we might be in the works for the future. And I guarantee you my team will be the best.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
So anyway, Inter, keep going. I lost track with the amount of wins they've had in a row. It's insane. They don't lose.
Well, listen.
This is Inter here because, you see from the game, they shot once a goal at the way.
That's what I was just about to say.
Comeback wins, right? Like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like it's their time, right?
Yeah. I mean, they've showed it.
Like I said, if they somehow trip up and lose a couple points here in the next 2 weeks or something, it could get interesting.
Well, right? They could have lost with Torino.
That's what I'm saying.
Not only because they didn't deserve it to.
No.
But
even the
week before,
would have been upset.
Even the week before, we said, remember, like they could have, we thought they could have lost points. So, but they keep winning. That's the thing. It has to actually happen.
That's the year. That's the year.
Yeah. Anything like specifically that popped out at you guys for this actual game? Like anything else that we didn't talk about?
No.
I mean,
I think Bastoni continues to show me that he's got a lot of class for a defender, and I think he's going to be in the middle of the Italian national team for a lot of years. I think he's going to be a big part of it.
100% agree on that. I mean, he should be on the European team this
summer. Frankie, Bastoni, you say it's a good player, but the national team, I didn't even see if he's playing titolare.
He has
Emerson, he has Calabria. Calabria's one that playing great right now.
Yeah, but isn't he a left back?
No, right fullback.
Right back?
Calabria's a right back.
Yeah, but I mean, I think Bastoni is going to end up taking Chiellini and Bonucci's spot eventually. One of the guys in the middle. Like
it should be next week.
Italy's lineup is going to be loaded for the Euros, like insanely good. They really should do a lot of damage. Yeah, that was a good one. Who you picked correctly, by the way. You picked Napoli 1-0.
He put out the lineup.
All right.
Nicely produced.
Hey, there we go. 1-0. You picked it correctly, so you got all the points on that one.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
I picked Napoli, right?
Yeah,
I did too, just not the score.
Exact same score. You got too. So this game, my boys,
It was a mishit. And
Hey, Daniel, you know what they say? The Zealous get the bad game. I didn't
I don't
see
So
a bad
think-
game.
I don't think so.
I didn't
No.
see a bad game.
I don't think
The
he had a
first
bad
half they
game.
play all right. They play good. I not see a bad game. And they say it's a bad game. Whatever, whoever talk on the game.
The end of this game was nuts, dude.
the end of the game was the last 15 minutes were in one of the players. I forgot who he took out, but a slide tackle from the side, got a yellow card for that. He could have got 2 yellow cards in a matter of 1 minute, and they only ended up giving him 1 yellow card.
They say it.
Yeah, he should have got thrown out of that. Rebic said something to the referee. He called it immediately. As soon as he said it, the ref turns around and goes, red card. Because that ref had a rough game. He got hurt in it. He was limping. His knee was hurting. So, like, he just had a rough game, and then he added on to it.
And, you know, we talk about Tonali. You know what the guy on TV say? He didn't play a good game. I think it was one of the
It was
best
his best
game
one he played for Milan. I
one
thought.
of the best game he played.
Not to say, not that this is
But
a
yeah,
lot,
is that saying a lot?
but it's his best one he's played for them, or one of the.
Says they did.
Against Manchester United, where they actually played a lot of their bench players midweek.
And those 2 guys, Castillo and Salamanca, one worse than the other.
Yeah, I don't have a
You
lot
know,
of
they
faith.
sub. One, you know, they're not informed, but both of them.
Salamaker sucks.
But going to
I'm
that
a
Europe
fan.
game, Milan played well versus Man U. That was
They deserve better. They
Yeah.
deserve better. Napoli was the better team for the majority of the game, and they deserve to win.
There was a man that didn't touch a ball.
Yeah, well, he's been crap all year. He's been
out of form
Yeah.
all year. Yeah.
But it's a good victory for Napoli. If they have any hope of getting top 4, which I don't think they do, they need to
They
win
have to
games like
beat-
that. And
They
the one,
beat us
Yeah.
and the game.
The one thing I'll say is Milan is closer to 5th than 1st.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I say
that's how good they were doing.
I
in the
agree.
beginning. You know, watch out. They might not make top 4.
I said
We've
it.
been
Watch-
saying that though, right? We've been
I
saying
know.
that.
I'm
For,
just
I
saying.
said
Like it's
more worried about Atalanta than Milan by 100%. It's not even close.
yeah, it's been rough. Ibra's supposedly very close to returning, which is good. And they had no Mandzukic. Mandzukic was a waste of a signing. He's signed.
because he played what 10 minutes? What's
Yeah,
he
$2
was
million.
playing?
He's played.
Like I know we were tired of him on Juventus,
Well,
but he went from like, okay, it's Mandzukic, we need to upgrade, but he was like running, playing the wing, remember? To what? All of a sudden he sucks. He can't play anywhere.
but so he didn't play for like a year.
Mandzukic
What?
is injured.
Yeah, he's
He's
injured right
injured
now.
Is injured.
Yeah, right
What did
now.
Dom say?
He's
I don't know.
injured, Mandzukic.
So yeah, he didn't play for that like whole half a year or a year. On
Yeah, but
Juventus.
they say he didn't play. Injury is Milan should have never got him
Yeah, I agree. That it was a waste of a signing. Like
because he don't perform. He is more than the ball and the
you needed a forward at the gen. Anyway, they are falling and they're falling quick. But
and the other guy they talk about Romagnoli now.
well, you're seeing he's playing less and less.
Romagnoli lost his place. And I think I don't know if I was Juventus.
Making it worse. You got to get, if you're going to get people, you got to get them good. You can't get another scrub that 2 years in there. Like, well, now we're stuck with this guy for 5 years.
If Atalanta can get him for cheap, then Atalanta can have him. Like he can be useful on their team. He's not a Juventus player.
No, he's a better version of Rugani and not by much.
No, I we've been saying he's way overrated, and people are finally seeing when Gabbia is getting starts over you.
Yeah.
There's an issue. You know that's not good.
Listen, Lovato, I would take 100 times over Romagnoli, and I've only seen him play for half a season, and he's 18 or whatever he is.
I can't remember. I feel like
Yeah, he
did something
came
really
out to like the box.
Yeah.
Didn't he like come?
Oh yeah, it was an offsides, but he punched the ball from outside. He went outside the box and
Yeah.
punched it.
We
Like,
were laughing.
yeah, we're like, what is he
Let me
doing?
ask you something. Napoli, he played 4-2-3.
We can't.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you go by numbers. We play for midfield, for defense. Whoever was the midfielder than them with 2 people.
Because our players suck.
Yeah, Napoli
Because
has
they move, we don't.
Exactly.
They run way more than Juventus.
Napoli has better midfielders.
And did you see? I mean, I know Kulavescu is not in form, right? But anybody can see if you play from behind, he can play better.
Yeah, like
Well,
that's
even
the one thing
Bernardeschi's played his 2 best games from behind.
from fullback. But that's the one thing we didn't mention the Cagliari. Other most enjoyable to watch. That's how he's most successful.
They play better like that.
Yeah.
They go from behind. But the question is, if you put a Kulavescu forward, he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, he's out of position. We just got
Oscar's asking if we're Napoli fans. So
unfortunately, we like Juventus.
Yes, we're not Napoli fans.
Our mom is from Naples.
And you see Politano playing the right wing. He come back. So why don't you have 3 or 4 people that can play like that? So why don't you play with Bernardeschi, Kulavescu? I don't understand.
He always goes back to Juventus.
And no, it's true. What it tell me?
It tells me
Because my team is in a place and not the right place in there.
It just tells you Napoli plays consistently better than Juventus. I mean, forget teams like Atalanta. That's been the frustration all year. Mm-hmm. Is that Juventus has no play. It's like, let's hope Ronaldo scores. That's our play. It's pretty pathetic.
Hey, look, the way they play 4-2-3-1, 1 forward, right? Mm-hmm. So we have Ronaldo one, right? So why don't you play like that too, Frank? Either for
they didn't run with Sarri either.
Physical condition, it's Pirlo all time.
They didn't run with Sarri either.
Yeah, sorry. That's why he did that. Chiellini, Bonucci, they didn't like him.
Yes.
Maybe Ronaldo.
Yes, we had a long 35-minute discussion on Juventus in the Champions League before, and we pretty much are all disgusted. So
you'll find if you watch the show that we are probably the most honest and angry Juventus fans there are. We pretty much spend half hour bagging on our own team.
Because we try to see the mistake they did.
And there's a lot
they do wrong.
A lot of mistakes. Let's go to the Atalanta game. I think that's the last card that I made. I know we didn't talk about Rome.
I just want to ask real quick: who does Rangers play next in the next round of the Europe Cup?
Who?
He said he's a Rangers fan, right?
Pon just said, I don't know who more, Juventus or Inter.
It's true. I've had more.
Inter.
I hate Inter too. I'm saying they're play better than Juventus. Like
they play.
Come on.
They have a trip for Barella.
Get out of here.
Lukaku.
You're so biased if you don't think Inter plays better than them.
Oh, I tell you something.
Listen, the bar is so low with Juventus.
And their defense is in form, in shape right now. Otherwise, you see if one of them drop. Look at the table. All
right. Let's go to Atalanta, Spezia, 3-1. Spezia.
That's the only good team in Italy.
Yeah, this is quickly becoming our favorite team to watch and root for. 3-1. Pasalic, the one I want to say about him, he had 4 goals. He missed 2 headers that skimmed the post.
Atalanta, it's not just you. It's all Italian people. All people that know soccer, they like Atalanta.
I know, but
because that's the whole team who play soccer.
Who's Juventus' main rivals? Inter,
yeah, for sure.
So they give me crap when I speak good things about Inter because I try to be a little less biased than them.
We're gonna send you.
You know, Inter is winning, right? And my brother Tilio, which is Interista, he what about more Juventus than Inter? Yeah, on Facebook, he put all things from Juventus. Ronaldo, oh shit! Hey, talk about your team.
And guess what? He thought it was a red card too. I don't know if you saw Gosens headed it back to him at the 18, curled it far post, impossible to stop. He's been ridiculous.
I mean, do they have stats on Muriel's like percentage of goals on his shots? It's got to be like 30% of the ones he takes.
Nowadays,
more than that, I think.
More than that.
Nowadays, for Muriel, they have more trouble to see which one is the worst goal than the best one.
I mean, we like Ilicic. Somebody in the chat.
Hi, Oscar. How are you?
Ilicic was great last year. He's been subpar this year. For the most.
Better
He had a couple of good games in a row this year, but then he held back. But we do like watching him as well.
When he's on, he's so fun to watch. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure. Romero didn't play this game, right? He was benched, getting ready for the game tomorrow against Real Madrid. He came in towards the end. I think.
Atalanta's going to win tomorrow. What's the bet?
No, I think so too.
I'm hoping they do.
Me too.
They're going to go ahead to Atalanta. I have the spirit.
I hope so.
Okay.
So Real Madrid, they're down 1-0.
Unless the ref throws somebody out.
And that already happened once. It better not happen again. I think they have a realistic shot of advancing too.
No, I do too. I think the Real Madrid favorite bias kind of can be a real thing, but
there's no public.
Yeah, there's no fans.
People. Yeah, there's no fans. So it's the same thing.
Listen, and if there's one Italian team who's not scared of going away, it's Atalanta. They don't care where they're playing; they're going to play their game. So,
here's what I was going to say. I hope Atalanta goes up the Atalanta of last year, and I hope they go and play, like you said, and they go play their game. And if they lose 4-2 or 4-3 on aggregate or whatever, then that's what it'll be. But I just hope they go and they play their game.
I want to see Muriel and Zapata start tomorrow. I want them to be aggressive, and I want them to just go for it. I want both of them to start. They lost
the first game at 2-1 with the one person from the first half out.
Yeah, that ruined the game.
And they were attacking too
to score their goals. So it was like not that they were killing. So it's very possible for them to go through, and it's all that the Italian teams have left. So we need them to
No,
win.
I think I might put some shekels on them going forward. I think.
Lots too.
You understand something. Real Madrid, Barcelona, they are like Juventus. They hold them too.
Although next year, then they'll be back.
Yeah, no, they had a big war.
So this game, Spezia was one of their worst performances. They've been sinking a lot. He was right. He said Benevento and Spezia, they're going to be in the bottom three. That was
I say that. There. What I say?
You said that, yeah.
Spezia, Benevento. Right?
And they've been tanking.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
What?
That is a good question. We haven't done the math, or I haven't seen the math. Are they in danger of losing a position for club coefficients? Good question, because they're doing so bad.
Yeah, let's hope not. Because they just got that extra slot. The rest of the games.
Hey, for Benevento, they already question inside.
Yeah, well, they should.
They send all the team in how do you say, retiro? What do you say?
They want to go away. Yeah. The one game, so let's just quickly run down this. Lazio 3-2. Crotone put up a good fight. Caicedo scored very late in the game to put them over the top. If they would have tied that game, that would have been really bad for Inzaghi. But they pulled it out.
Hey Dan, move down the list. You see that Sassuolo game? Who'd they beat?
Come back.
They did. That was a crazy game too. 2-1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 3. 2-2. It was a very one of the more exciting games. I just didn't make a card for it because I don't want to make 50 cards.
Heartbeat.
Yeah, I think they're going to get offers for him.
Oh, 100%.
They talk about somebody's talk for Vlahovic.
Yeah.
They talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. Come on, one
goal.
No, come on. The poor guy.
The Rangers had to play 4 qualifiers to get the group stage in Europe. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
well, I guess that
Rangers
sense.
is a good big club. That seems like it's crazy. 4 qualifiers. That's ridiculous.
But their league isn't one of the more well-known ones. Udinese, Genoa 1-1, kind of a stupid test. 3-1 Bologna. Bologna dominated this game. I don't know if you guys watched it. They played beautifully. Attacking the whole game.
Yeah, but he is what he is.
He's a good special.
Hey, you know that things. If I was Juventus, I would have gotten Mihajlovic as a coach.
Yeah.
You don't think they would get sick of him though? Like I think you would get sick.
No, because he kicked their ass.
Listen, if you watch their games, he is screaming from minute 1 to minute 92. Nonstop. He's an absolute.
I mean, that gets old though. Like Ronaldo's gonna have him yell for 92 minutes. He's just like
you know you want to get Ibrahimovic.
So, he was trying to get him.
What did he tell you? He's not afraid to.
He's not afraid of having a star.
They're really good friends.
Yes, that's a lot like our football manager. Sassuolo
No, but
won
you see
Champions.
what? Look at this people. Look like this coach. They know. They see the game. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Highly
well, they
coached.
pay,
I don't
He's
know
one
what
of those
he's doing.
coaches that is. This was the upset of the week. Parm over Rome 2-0. 17 games in a row, Parm didn't win. They finally won one. So
Didn't I pick Parm in this game?
I can't remember. So that was. Do you want to do player of the week or standings?
Excuse me.
Really quickly in the chat.
On the 26th, 5:35, ask a question. Is Italy in danger of losing?
We just
Yeah,
talked
we
about
talked
that.
about that.
Where have you been?
Oh, who's
Do
there?
you know the answer to that? Are they
No.
in danger of losing
No.
the fourth spot?
In danger of
Because-
losing
No, I
the
don't
fourth
think so.
champions? Yeah, I don't think so either.
Well,
but
We have to look into it. But
So really quickly, Oscar also said in the chat, how has Arthur been playing for you?
story on that. A little backstory on that, Oscar. He's been playing pretty bad. I mean, I don't know if you watch any of the games. He kind of limits himself to little horizontal passes, 5-10 yards. I mean, good at dribbling out of trouble, but he doesn't do a whole lot of vertical passing. And I honestly think that was didn't we talk about that early in the season? That was just a way for them to balance their books, right? For both
100%,
teams, for Pjanic and Arthur, to get a
Game PCG against Barcelona.
No, I didn't watch it. I was working.
No,
I mean, I was
you
working.
know what the coach Comments did? He put central defender, the young guy, what center mid.
Center defense, yeah.
You kidding?
Listen, I don't think that coach knows what he's doing either. So
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how much a defender can do.
Why are we talking about
he
PSG?
put it there to play the ball. He did.
Yeah.
But if you find a team with the school forward and you put it,
yeah, he's not gonna be able to
they argue we never play defense.
Mhm.
You kill it.
Going back to Arthur, I think he's lazy. I think he doesn't train hard personally. Like I just see him as one of those guys who likes to party. He's had that reputation. Barcelona wanted to get rid of him for a reason, balance the books, but also I think they weren't in love
all
with
the
him.
time.
Well,
he's in-
physically,
He's
But then-
Pjanic. Like he doesn't move from
he's
his
25.
The,
No,
the
yeah.
potential is there, but he hasn't shown it.
he's young and he looks like he runs like he's 35. But then, the other thing is too, I said a long time ago, I think Arthur has a mental thing, right? Because like when he's under pressure, 2-3 players, he doesn't lose the ball. He dribbles out of space when he's under pressure and he gets better. He gets quicker on the ball. But when he's just playing in space, he plays slow.
Yeah.
He limits himself to nothing. So I almost
Yeah.
think it's like a mental thing.
And he can pass the ball more than 5 yards. He just doesn't attempt it. It's sad.
Hey,
It's frustrating.
hey, guys, when I was young, I used to go to school. We had the field to play, right? And there was this guy, this guy he used to dribble when you make a game, like Arthur. And then all of a sudden he used to left and leave the ball.
What?
Left and leave the ball to the other guy. Hey, Arthur, he look like the same. Like he want to play. He doesn't go nowhere.
Yeah, and then he just gives it up. Yeah.
He doesn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
He's right.
That's-
Go
that's
around, but he don't go nowhere. Then he give it a little small pass.
Well, that's what it is. He doesn't lose it. He'll give his little 5-yard pass.
That's why you play
That's
the
all
guy.
Dom, throw up the standings, Dom, and then we'll do player of the week, and then we'll do the fixtures really quickly, predictions. So standings didn't change a lot. You saw Atalanta move up and Napoli move up, and Rome a really bad loss against Parm. Juventus close to second. Woo! Yay!
Yeah.
First losers.
First losers, yeah, soon to be first losers. And you saw on the bottom, unfortunately, Parm did step up and got 3 points. That was important. Torino's still 2 games in hand. I think we made fun of him. We said Spezia and Benevento were safe. Like they're not safe at all. They're playing pretty poor right now.
Well,
So.
Spezia has definitely been on a big down for 10 weeks now. I feel like.
Yeah.
But you know what? I believe in their coach, so I still think they're staying up.
I think they'll find a way to stay, but
Yeah. But that 9-point gap from first to second, I don't see it shrinking anytime soon.
Really quickly in chat, we have from Pond. He said, have you guys addressed Musa declaring for the U.S. over Italy and England, and I think Ghana too? I sent a link to these guys today.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm good.
It's another player for the U.S.
Yeah.
Another player for Musa. They're gonna be fun. They're gonna be fun. 2026. They're gonna be good.
Yeah. So we were mentioning that Italy in the Euros are gonna have a really strong team. USA in the World Cup, 2 World Cups from now, are gonna be a threat, and they're gonna be really, really good. Right? They're all too young right now, but USA's got so much promise, so much potential.
Yeah, if they do the right thing and get a coach and they get some experience in this 2022, and then 4 years from now where they're all turning 24, 25, 26, they could be pretty good.
Yeah, totally. It's going to be really fun to watch them and see how they grow and see how these players move across Europe and where they're going to end up. Like Musa's in Valencia. He's going to go to a bigger team.
Oh, yeah.
Where is he going to go? You know, where are these guys going to land? It's going to be really interesting to see.
The key is that they go somewhere and they keep playing, right? Like McKennie, like they can't go and then never play.
Yeah. Being healthy and playing. That's the most important thing.
So Oscar also asked about Aaron Hickey playing for Bologna.
Hickey. Chris and I love Hickey.
I love Hickey. I absolutely love him.
Yeah, but McKennie's physically is done.
Who?
He's running too much.
Yeah, we're off McKennie. I'm talking about
McKennie, yeah, but we're talking about Hickey.
Talk about USA, right?
Yeah, but now I'm talking about Hickey from Bologna.
Hickey's okay. He's a left back.
Yeah, he doesn't play every game. You know, he's 18.
But he was. No, in the middle of the season he was, and then he got injured or he got a red card or something like that. So he hasn't. Has been playing for Bologna at fullback the last few games, but Hickey's been playing decently. He's another guy that he was at Barcelona. Bayern was after him. A lot of teams, really good teams, were after him. So that's why I was surprised when Bologna ended up getting him at all these teams. Mm-hmm. So the promise is there, the potential's there, but who knows? So Dom, go to players of the week real quick. We got to get him to start picking his player of the week, but it's hard enough to get you guys to pick player of the week.
He could take my spot.
I don't want to ask. I don't want to ask him too. So, Chris, you picked a player from a team that you hate.
So I did that part because I hate Fiorentina. But anytime you score a hat trick, you got to give him some props. I still don't think he's that good of a player, and I would sell him because he could have had like 6 goals. But I would get rid of him if Milan wants him for $40 million. I'm getting rid of him.
Oh.
Vlahovic.
He's saying Vlahovic.
I don't think he's a great finisher. I think I would sell him anywhere near. I wouldn't spend 15.
I think finishing is his best attribute. Not to say that he's good, but I don't think he does much more than finish.
But he's not. I mean, when I think finisher, right? I think Trezeguet, right? Like someone that finish. Yeah. He's not shitty. He's not as bad as lasagna, but I mean,
he's it's a decent forward Barrow.
Yeah, he said that like an hour ago.
He just said that.
But anyway, I'm not saying Bob is terrible. If I could sell him for that much money, I would do it. That's what I'm saying. But he had a good game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think Fiorentina, they want to build with something, so I don't think Camiso was going to want to sell one of his really good assets. He already had to get rid of Chiesa, so I don't think he wants to get rid of this guy too. Frank, you picked another Juventus player, shocker. I think it's 2 weeks.
I only pick Juventus. So listen, Chiesa, I gave it partly because of the Porto game, even though we don't count that, right? But just again, I think he's someone who has the actual Juventus DNA. He wants to make his presence felt on the game, good games and bad games. He wants to win. He's hard to contain. When the team actually learns to play him more and use the space more, he'll be even more dangerous. And I think he's someone that's benefited from playing with Ronaldo, because I think he steps on the field and he wants to prove he belongs with Ronaldo and deserves the Juventus shirt.
Yeah. It's not only that, he's got the Ronaldo mentality too, though.
Yeah,
that killer instinct, want to do better all the time.
And listen, the biggest thing we always had on him was he wouldn't finish. And this year he's finished better his chances and actually put them away. Yeah, and if he continues to do that, I mean, he's someone you can count on. So this week he had a nice pass to Ronaldo for a goal.
Most of all, he understood what team he went to.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
he knows he's a Juventus player. I got to act differently. I got to that I belong here. Yep.
To show. He's
Yeah.
good.
And he did. And to me, like I said, he's the future captain of the team. 100%. No one else is going to take the captain but him.
Maybe
What
DeLitt,
about DeLitt?
but
If DeLitt's
maybe
No.
DeLitt.
No.
No,
Casey's the
Dalit is
captain.
going to be the first captain.
I don't think so. I think
If he
Casey's the
stays,
captain.
but I could see DeLitt leaving in 3 years. Who knows?
Me
No,
too.
I don't
Yeah.
think so. I don't think. You see, if
Never know.
you went to sell Dalit, that means they don't want to stay on top.
We're not saying he's going to spell right now, but in 3-4
You
years,
know,
he might be. I want a new challenge. You know.
You see, a team to stay on top, he has to keep all his best players.
Yeah. We
Um,
understand.
I picked Mihaila from Parma. Like I said, they haven't scored. I could have given it to Brugman. He played good. I could have given it to Sepe, who redeemed himself from that terrible game he had last week. He made some saves, but I gave it to Mihaila because Parm, we never have a Parm player on here. Rarely do we have that. 17 games without a win. He scored a goal, and he's another one. Parm has some promising young players.
They do.
They really do. The new owner put a lot of money into the team. They haven't been playing well, but they have a lot of guys that have serious potential.
I
So
want them to
picked
stay
him.
up because of that.
Yeah, I think they would dominate second division if they
Yeah.
got relegated.
Me too.
So Dom, throw up the this week's games. The what? The graphic? Okay. Parma has a champion. That was a huge win. Sorry, I didn't know what you meant by the graphic.
They have a
Parma
chance.
has a chance to stay up. That was a huge win against Rome. So let's see if they can pull, get a nice form and win some more. My screen's
Is it me
blurry.
or is that really hard
Yeah.
to play?
My screen's blurry, but on the stream it's clear, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we got to pick some games here. What do you guys want to start with?
Well, so before this one, we have Real Madrid Atalanta tomorrow, right? Are we all picking Atalanta for that one?
Yeah, let's pick that game. What? So what was the first picture was 2-1, right?
It was 1-0.
1-0. Who said 2-1 before? What were we talking about?
I don't know. Wait, but do we have to pick this game if we all think Atalanta's going to win?
No, I guess we just. Atalanta is gonna go ahead. I'm gonna say
Yeah, I think we all agree. We're hoping for that at least.
we're hoping.
Okay.
All right.
So then let's go. Let's start picking the games for this weekend. I'm going to start with the obvious one, Roma versus Napoli. And I'm going to say 2-2 draw.
That's exactly what I was going to say. 2-2.
I'm gonna say Napoli 2-1.
Okay, what do you think? I don't even know if he can. I don't even know. Did he fall asleep?
Did he freeze?
I think frozen.
Maybe he froze. I don't know.
All right, let's skip him.
Oh,
I'm going to say 3-1 Atalanta.
3-1 Atalanta. I'm going to say 2-1 Atalanta.
I'm gonna say 4-2 Atalanta.
4-2. Wow, he's got a barn burner there. Frank, you pick a game. I think you got to pick the Inter Sassuolo one, right?
Inter Sassuolo game, and I'm gonna say 2-1 Sassuolo.
1 Caputo's corner.
I was
comes
giving
out.
2 for Caputo, and he reopened
Wow.
Serie A.
We even got a bigger corner over here. I'm saying 3-1 Inter.
Caputo's corner.
Yeah,
3-1 Inter. I got.
We'll get 2-1 Inter from Pond. We'll get Pietro's picks at some point, and we'll see what he says.
Yeah,
he's
and
going
in
to
the
say
mind-
Sassuolo.
in the meantime, he's only started picking like later in the season, and the producer behind the scenes went back and added up all his comment predictions, and he's basically like killing us. So we just told him to throw his predictions in because I think he's gotten like the last. Hasn't he gotten like the last 5 or 6, like almost exactly right or something?
He has killed it. If you prorate his score, he would be dominating us.
Yeah. All right. I don't think we have anything else to say, right? If you don't follow, like, subscribe, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all that stuff. We stream.
We have a
football
Twitter?
match. We do have a Twitter. I got a new follower yesterday. He really liked the content. We stream Football Manager on Twitch like 5-6 times a week. And we have videos on YouTube. We put these videos up there, and then Frank has his so rare videos up there. Where if anyone knows about the NFG, what are those cards called? NFT cards.
Yeah, NFT. Yep.
NFT cards. If you want any info on So Rare, watch those.
We may
too.
be doing a football manager draft. We got some
Draft,
requests
yes.
there, and we were thinking about that, so maybe we'll do that live.
Yeah.
I think that would be really, really fun.
Appreciate the host, Pond. Thank you very much for
Oh, nice.
hosting. Yeah.
Nice. All right. We'll see you
Yep.
guys next
Welcome,
week.
Oscar. Thank you for joining.
Yep. We'll see you guys next week.
Have a good week.
See ya.
Bye. Hello?